the Circuit de Pau, one of the greatest street circuits on earth. And don't take my word for it, Autocar magazine said so a couple of years back, and they listed it as 8th out of 10 the best street circuits in the entire world. I mean, you can probably imagine which one obviously is Monaco, but if you didn't know, Circuit de Pau is called Little Monaco. It's probably one of the most scenic and beautiful street circuits out there. And fun fact, it used to host Formula 1 non-championship races back in the 50s and 60s, and last hosted its Grand Prix, the Pau Grand Prix, in 1963. But actually, the Pau Grand Prix still carries on at the same circuit as part of a round of the Euro Formula Open Championship, which is around F3 kind of, regulations. So today I thought we'll take a little step back and explore the wonderful street circuit, which is Pau. Is it Pau or is it Pau? It's located in the south of France, if you didn't know. It's like right near the border with Spain and Andorra. So we're going to do a little quick race at the 1963 Pau Grand Prix, which was the last Formula 1 race at Circuit de Pau. And then we're gonna, if we have time, we're gonna go forward to 2023 and see what it's like now. This should be weird, you get 2 races in one. Don't say I don't treat you. Let's go. Right then, here we are on the grid at Pau, or Pau. You can actually see, is that the Andes in the distance? I've never noticed that before. Right over there. I think I've flown over that. I think when I went to Spain once, we flew over the Andes. I'm pretty sure it was the Andes. But you'll notice a big difference here. There's a camera. Right there. There's a camera. Yes, I'm experimenting. I've actually got 2 video cameras. That one's the one that's recording now. That's kind of like a GoPro kind of thing, a knockoff GoPro. Thought I'd try it out, see what it's like. So I'll probably be tiny in the corner. I've also got a proper video camera over there somewhere. Might try it out and see what that's like. But I've also got my DSLR, which I'm going to utilise in the future for the green screen stuff. But not just yet, because I need to get a special SD card for that, and I haven't got the money for that. But anyway, hopefully this kind of works. You can see me in action, and it's a little bit chilly in here, so I've got the hoodie on. And excuse you might see some bits coming off the back of the headset here. The strap thing is kind of coming off. It's no biggie, it still works as it should. It just sort of slips off, and I need to re-glue it on. But yes, you could see me in action for the first time, and I could talk to you like you're really there. Subject to change, you might move over there or whatever, doesn't matter. But what we're here to do is to do 5 laps of Pau. We've got a collection of era authentic cars. We've got the Lotus 25, which I thought was appropriate because I did the short documentary on the Lotus 25 not long ago, a couple of weeks ago. And I thought, well, let's do a race in it, a quick race. And I'm here starting second on the grid. It might look like we're first, but actually second. We've taken the place of Trevor Taylor, and you got the legend himself over there, Jim Clark. And he and Taylor basically dominated this race back in '63. And behind me, got a collection of Brabhams, lots of Lotuses in various different liveries. And right at the back, we've got some Porsche 804s. So a quick race, and you'll notice this track, apart from here, it looks fairly wide. You will see just how tough it is, and I'm kind of worried. I've never done a race here before. I've driven around, in practice laps, and that's bad enough. This is gonna be, I don't know, scary. Well, not really scary, but I can see what's gonna happen, because you notice the pavement on the left there. You hit those, it will just kill you. They are so brutal. Mistakes are heavily punished at this track, even in practice. So let alone, I don't know, how many cars we've got? I think we've got 16 cars, including myself, on this grid. And this is made by Genot Team. They make this one and the modern one, which we will get into in a minute. And so I'll post a link to both of them in the description as usual. And It's kind of, you know, a little bit daunting. I'm sat here on the grid, everyone's watching me, you're watching me. I've got Jim Clark over there, not a little one, but we could pretend for 5 minutes or however long this race is going to last. But I love the look of this thing inside here. Look at all that red. I love red. Well done. But yep, I think enough talking. Let's get racing. I was looking at you there, but there. Yeah, I think you're there. Doesn't matter. Let's get on with this race. Okie dokie. Let's get those revs nice and high. And when those lights go out, we go racing. And I messed up completely. But we're still second, I think. Yep, we are definitely second. Got to a very good start. And we've done a lot of late braking there. And Jim Clark just touched the curbs there. Nearly ruined his race. But we're away. Look how wonderful this circuit looks. It really does. It's one of the most scenic street circuits in the world, in my opinion. It's wonderful. And you're probably wondering, Jack, will this feature in the historic F1 series? Maybe. As a non-championship round. Right, now this is where things get challenging. We've got this long left-hander, sweeping left-hander, that slowly becomes a right-hander, and again you really got to avoid those pavements on the right and the left. So I'm just taking it easy. I don't want to try and, you know, hit the back of Jim Clark, especially going for this next section. And then here, got this sort of chicane-like thing going between these houses. Go down first, and another left-hander. Whoops. And then we go down here, go through some more wonderful looking houses. Must admit, they look beautiful. And again another. What are you going over there for? Whoa! What are you doing, Jim? That wasn't the best way to kind of showcase that section back there, but I think you get the picture. We'll go through it again. We've got 5 laps here, and we've got 5 laps in the next one as well. This bit you've really got to be careful not to go too fast and clip that, but I did anyway. You got a nice, what looks to be some sort of cliff railway up there. That's still there. A lot of this is all just still here, just modernised. But we're trying. There's hardly any room for overtaking opportunities here, as you can see. Come on, slow down. Now, I've just noticed there's a Brabham behind, that blue Brabham. It's a BT3. It's a little bit. It's not quite era authentic, but it looks the part. Got the Michelin Man as well on the right. So yeah, apologies for the lack of upload on Sunday. I was extremely busy over the weekend. I was at the Bluebell Railway on Saturday. That's where I posted that photo of that locomotive on the community page. Come on, yeah. In practice, that's fine. I think I've got traction control turned on by accident. That's my fault. And yeah, and then on Sunday I was at Wembley for the FA Cup semi-final. You can probably guess which team I was supporting. Why are the AI going over there? Look, it does it again. Time to overtake. See? Myth busted. You can overtake here. But yeah, you can tell by that what team I was supporting. My home club. My local club. Ooh, don't want to touch that, but the beginning of lap 3, so nearly the end of this little race. And I must admit, this car is an absolute joy to drive when you're doing well. I did do a season in this car, and it didn't go well at all. I think I finished like 9th out of 20 in the championship, and I only won one race, which was the Belgian Grand Prix. I just love that place. and if I could do a video, every video would be at the old Spa circuit. Trust me, but you guys wouldn't like that. Ooh, don't touch. See what I mean? I've proved something there. Those pavements really just... Alright, grab the careful there. Just gonna... Thank you, Porsches. Those Porsches do look wonderful, by the way. Where's the other one gone? I can't see him. Alright, it's behind me. Cool. But yeah, I crashed there to show you guys what happens when you do touch those. So a non-championship historic F1 race here will be challenging because obviously they're longer. More chance to fuck it up. Oh well, we didn't have a major crash, so we could potentially have a Motorsport Madness video where I don't crash. That would be incredible. Well, the AI are going to do its thing, so I'm just gonna pass through. Bit risky there, but we made it through. 2 overtakes in 1. No idea what my position is. Haven't got the leaderboards on or nothing. We'll find out when the race is finished. Ooh, a little bit late braking. Oh dear. Oh god. You stay there. It looked like he was gonna try and get me, but then decided otherwise. Like, oh no, this guy will potentially crash into me, so I better not. See, braking into that first corner is always it's a hard braking zone. It really is. But it's, you know, in comparison to a lot of corners of Formula 1, it's not as punishing. Right, I don't know what that big building is there. I've always wondered. Don't do it again, Jack. They're so hard to avoid. And I think if they're difficult now, you should see what the modern circuit's like. But this is the representation of Pau in 1967 when they were running to Formula 2 rules. Then after a long time of Formula 2 it switched to Formula 3000. Then after that it went to touring car, and then it returned to F3 rules. Right, cool, you do that. I'm just gonna flick through here. And that Brabham just... I don't know what he did. I just saw smoke. I hope I didn't cause that, but hey, he went wide and I went for that gap, and there was a gap there. You saw it. Oh dear. Oh dear me. We've got a couple of Lotuses battling up in front. One of them is in disguise because it's in the livery that was used in the Lotus 24. Which was essentially a customer version of the 25. I don't know why I tapped my wheel there, because this wheel is not a representation of the Lotus 25, is it? No. No, it is not. Swing it around and... Come on, guys, come on. Excuse me. Make way for Trevor Taylor. Maybe I can try and force him to make a mistake. Okay, he backs off a little bit. No, he doesn't. Okay, he did make a mistake. He hit the pavement and he does exactly the same as what I did. Alright, be careful. Slide. Oh no. Okay, I wasn't gonna... I couldn't do anything there. I mean, the AI have performed surprisingly well. It hasn't, you know, not everyone has retired, which is what I expected. But, oh, hello. Excuse me. Oh, overtakes are happening. Could give you room. I'm not going to give you room here because you're going to go wide. And that's how you take that little left, that little right-left kink. Just exactly like that. Just let the car in and it will do it. Lift off throttle and across the line as well. Or do we? Okay, we crossed the line there. And I thought it would tell me my finishing position, but it didn't. So I'm going to go to the pits to see what we did, just out of interest. Okay, let's see where we finished. 8th. That's not bad, considering what happened. And oh, look at that, Jim Clark won. See, and people say Assetto Corsa isn't realistic, but there we go, Jim Clark, winner. So that was pretty nice. I was actually surprised at how well the AI performed there. So, I mean, it's a nice circuit, it's very pretty, and I can see what people say by Little Monaco, and overtaking did happen, even though it's probably as a result of other people crashing, but overtakes are overtakes at the end of the day. So let's jump forward to 2023 and see what circuit's like now. Yeah, I think so. So we've now transported and we are now surrounded by Halo, as we are in the Formula 3 cars. This is the RSS version. This is the closest I can get to the ones used in the Euro Formula Open Championship thing, whatever it's called. So you'll notice straight away we're in the same grid spot, but the surrounding area still looks very familiar, except for the grandstand. That's gone. I mean, there is still a grandstand there, but it's not quite as grand as what the other one was. You can still see the Andes in the distance, and there's a lot of barriers, a lot of fences, a lot more modern. But we're obviously in the same place, and yeah, I'm not really too sure what to expect here, because when I did a little bit of practice, both the Lotus 25 and this, it was actually harder in this thing, and there isn't any DRS zones here, and this car has DRS, so throughout the entire race I'm sure the AI will have DRS open, which will give me a slight disadvantage, but at the same time the AI is at a level where I can compete against despite the horrendous disadvantage. And yeah, it's nice. It's a nice track still. It looks nice. It looks pretty. Still, I could just see the arches over there, which we spotted earlier. So hopefully this should be a good race. I have no idea. Let's hope so, eh? So yeah, 5 laps around here. Yeah, you want to do it again? Yeah, these Formula 3 cars. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Right. Obviously paddle shifters. And these actually sound pretty good. And go. I got off to a good start there. Well, it felt good. Although that car has well, I'm gonna take it easy for the first corner. I don't want anyone hitting me. But here we go. And you'll see it's a lot narrower than the 67 version. But as you can see, we've still got areas such as the bridge and the arches that we just passed under. But those wonderful shops that I forgot to mention in the last one, because you don't really notice them too much, but there's shops back there that look really nice. They've got that statue there. The Michelin Man's gone though, which is disappointing. But you see here, we've still got these pavements, and they just appear out of nowhere. And you've really got to be careful, especially in these cars. They will send you flying. And you've got this wonderful chicane that's still here, still horrendously bumpy. Right, and the hairpin, well, it's exactly the same. And these houses, look, still here. I haven't actually looked at Google Street View to see. Oh god, forgot about that. I haven't actually looked at Google Street View to see if they're actually there. But we've had a couple of retirements already. We've got a car moving to my right hand side, which is not good, and I connect with that wall on the right hand side, and it looks like the leader can't get out the barrier. Looks like the leader has just gone. I don't know if he's retired or what, because there's no one here. Surely it can't be that quick, or am I just that slow? Anyway, doesn't matter. So come on to left, right, sweeping corners. Looks like something's happened at the back because all the cars just disappeared. Oh god. I lost the rear, and what I didn't want to happen, happened. See, this is harder. This circuit is a lot... God. Is a lot harder than what we just did in the older Formula 1 cars. And I thought maybe the older cars would be harder, but no, they're not. This is more difficult. You've got a lot more to worry about. These barriers really kill you. And I've lost it again. Oh, and we saved it. Right, let's get away. We're causing a train. Let's not connect with any barriers this time. And you've got to remember, they've got their DRS open. And I haven't, because there isn't any DRS zones here. Anyway, first corner once again. And it looks to be that second hairpin that they seem to be struggling with. Not this one, the next one. But it's kind of ugly, because look, all those shops that were there now replaced by multi-story car parks. Get off. Which is a big shame. But that building on the right, that's still there, obviously, as you can just see. Don't touch these pavements, they will kill you. See, I'm not concentrating on the mirrors, I don't care, I just want to make it through this section. Oh god. Again, those pavements. Right, we're stuck in a really awkward spot now. There's no more cars coming, which is weird. Has everyone else retired? Nope, they're there. Yeah, this is worse. I hate this. This modern circuit is worse because the old track was a lot wider. It's so much more narrower here. And these pavements really are the worst part of this track. Once you've got this situation where the pavements aren't an issue because there's barriers there, that's fine. But when you haven't got those and you've just got pavement, that's, in my mind, not good. That railway is still there though. But we're not last because there's a car behind me, unless that's the leader coming to lap me. I mean, we've got a yellow flag apparently, which could mean must be something up here. But I did spot a car. Oh, there we go. That's why. Wow, that bloody pavement on the left. I hate pavements. Well, let's be careful. Don't lose the rear, otherwise pavement. Don't lose the... These things have got traction control, yet they're still... This is the first time I've actually been in a race with these things. These F3 cars. And these are fun. These are good fun. Make a good sound as well. That car behind me is giving me grief. That's all I'm seeing is this blue in my peripheral vision. Alright, anyway, last lap now at the modern Pau. See, I think I've made my choice and my recommendation for what kind of motor racing should be held here, because there's not been a single natural overtake. I've only overtaken cars that have either crashed or retired. And that doesn't really count. Even though a minute ago I said they all count. But yeah, they don't. Perfect. And the guy behind me just crashed. There's been a lot more retirements this time round. Alright, let's make it through here unharmed. This time. Go through this bit, that bit, that's fine. Nearly lost it. It's still beautiful though. It's still absolutely gorgeous. The mountains in the background. Still good. But once we reach the check flag, I'll give you my opinion. Not a fact, an opinion. Right, final corner now. Well, that was. And we crossed the line in whatever position I finished in. And as we head to the grid, I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think of this modern version. Get off the pavement. rubbish. Hate it. I did not like that one bit. That was just not fun. That's not enjoyable. I felt like half the time I wasn't focused on other cars, you know, trying to get the overtake. Come on. I wasn't focused on getting overtakes or getting away from other drivers. I wasn't thinking that at all. I was just focused on pavements and barriers. What kind of racing is that? Now, I could probably see this working as a touring car circuit, so maybe I could try that at some point, but I don't have any modern touring cars available at my disposal. But in terms of Formula 3, no, it doesn't work. Now, I know they do still do historic racing here. They still do historic racing here, and that's fine. That's fine, because it worked. The old one worked. This one, didn't really, not for me. It's more of a gimmick. It's kind of like Monaco. It used to work, but not anymore. So yeah, sorry to anyone who loves this track. I mean, it's still beautiful. It can work with different series. That's fine, but not for Formula 3. I think that is too much. And if you think I'm gonna suggest or even try modern Formula 1 here, that's not gonna happen. I can guarantee you now that isn't gonna happen. And let me just show you this pit entrance. Okay, so this is the pit entry, and well, you can see the issue here. Let me just get around this. What on earth has happened there? Oh well, that's the pit entrance. So guys, let me just park up. So guys, that was a little exploration of Circuit de Pau, and I really hope you enjoyed. I mean, it's fun to do, but I think I found my answer to the question I was looking for. Is it any good? Yes, historically, no, modernly. So, if you did enjoy that, leave a like, I'd really appreciate that, and if you're new, subscribe. There's been quite a few of you join lately, which I really appreciate. And yeah, comment as well what you think of this circuit. I think it's, like I said, I think historically it's good, but modern, it doesn't really work anymore. But yeah, so if you wanna, I'll probably do another vote for this Sunday, as I've got loads of ideas, but just can't put my finger on which one I want to do. So yeah, I'll probably put a vote out, and also look out for the new opening titles for Season 4 of the historic F1 series. I'm sure you're gonna love it. So until the next video, that will be Sunday as usual. Hope you have a good, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.